I'm coming back to the start, where you found me. I'm coming back to your heart. Now I surrender, take me. This is all I can bring. I feel alive, I come alive, I am alive on God's big dance floor.
Well, hello everyone, I'm Ray Gaucher. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If this is the very first time you're visiting, I share my experiences driving the highways of Western Canada and what the Lord Yeshua does in my life every day. And if you've been here before, welcome back everyone. Hope you enjoyed the other videos that I uploaded. The breakdown one of the After God's Heart series. It's 7:44 right now. I'm just leaving Surrey Sunday morning, and I'm heading to Calgary. On the way back, I got to stop in Salmon Arm again because there's an issue, like I was telling you before, with my regen in my truck, and they're going to hopefully do a little clean job on it. They said it shouldn't take more than an hour, maybe a couple hours, and then I'll be on my way again after that. So that's the plan. The plan. Got to stop in Salmon Arm again. Probably tomorrow night I'll be in Salmon Arm. So that's kind of the plan. So right now I'm just going to head and get some fuel and then head up the Coquihalla Highway and see what's ahead of me. Hopefully it's pretty good weather. We'll find out. Nice to have you with me. Yeah, the pumps on this end here, they're rated for -24. So a lot of these other ones here are just rated for like, I don't know, what are they rated for? -6, -7. And these ones, this fuel here, I guess it's got some additives inside of it, and it's rated for -24. So some pretty cold weather you can tolerate with this fuel. Generally, when really cold weather happens and your fuel isn't -24, when it's not set for that, when it's not the right fuel, you'll end up with your fuel will gel. It'll actually become a solid. That's the way diesel is. So no matter how nice it is out here, I don't know what the weather's going to be like in Calgary. I don't know what it's going to be like in Alberta, period. So I always like to put the fuel that's regulated for like -24. Well, I'm a little frustrated right now because I did a parked regen with this truck when I got back to the yard. I did a parked regen with this truck when I got to the yard on Thursday or Friday, and it sat in the yard the whole time. I think I idled it just a tiny bit just to make sure the battery was charged properly, and I get here to Abbotsford to fuel up and it's asking me to do another parked regen again. So you know what, I don't have time for this. It's ridiculous. It shouldn't be needing a regen already. I haven't even gone anywhere. So I think it might be a sensor, or it's clogs up that bad or whatever. So it's not a, on here it has a thing here that tells you exactly regarding the parked regen and how important it is. So I don't have to do one immediately, so I figured I'll stop somewhere for a break, something to eat, and at that time then I'll do my parked regen, but I'm not doing it now. I haven't even left the area, and it's already asking me to do one now. The disadvantages of these newer trucks. And I'm really hoping that when I get to Salmon Arm, they can figure out what it is, because this is such a time waster, time consumer. So time consuming, having to deal with this all the time. Okay, well, I guess when it gives me, what is it? A check engine light at the same time with it, that means pull over immediately and do it, so I think I should be alright. I drove 3 hours before like this, so I might do one in Kamloops. I don't know yet, we'll find out. Just working my way into Salmon Arm right now. Beautiful weather, no complaints here. I mentioned on one of my previous videos that I was going to go visit my newest addition to the family, my granddaughter. My daughter Chelsea had another baby last week, and actually today she'll be a week old. She's a week old today. So I went to go visit her. That went really well. And I mentioned that I was going to bring my camera and show you Abigail, which is her name. So I did take some coverage of it. So I just wanted to share it with you. Here's my brief visit anyway, because I didn't have a whole lot of time, with my newest granddaughter. Hi everyone, it's me over at Chelsea and Carrie's place, and I promised you I was going to show you a little bit of the baby. There's the proud mother. Come on, smile.
I am smiling.
Okay, here's the baby. Isn't she precious? Her name is Abigail. Okay, what's her full name?
Abigail Rosemary Coleman Goche.
So Rosemary, naming after your grandma?
Yep.
Oh, hopefully she visits this one.
Yeah.
Aw, isn't she precious? You gonna make little gurgling noises? She goes, what's that? Oh my. And there's Chob. Hi Chob. How you doing, little buddy? Where's the fatty anyway? He's over there sleeping. Oh man, she's precious. Look at all the hair that's on her. Look at the tiny little hands. Oh my, look at that, eh? So small. Come on, give me a little hand. Give me a little hand. Look at that.
She's got a good grip.
That looks pretty comfy, whatever that is.
It's a pillow.
Yeah, that's precious. So she's what, a week old?
On Sunday. Yeah.
On Sunday.
Not even a week old yet. Tomorrow, I guess.
Wow. Yeah, it's amazing. God is amazing when He creates life like this. Are you going to teach this one about Jesus?
Oh yeah.
You're going to teach her about Yeshua? Yeah. Hard to believe, eh? At one point in time, this is what Jesus looked like. He was that small. Well, he wasn't a female, but he was that tiny. Yeah. Well, that's awesome. So you proud? Are you happy?
you.
Was it an easy labor?
No,
No? Was it harder than the other one?
it was terrible.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Last time I had the epidural, this time I didn't.
Oh, okay. Okay, now we're gonna get it. There we go. There's my kitty cat. Hi, Oreo. Hi, baby. Camera shy? Not at all. You know what I seen the other day? I was over doing a delivery and I seen a Jack Russell running around. I was so tempted to steal him.
Like mine.
Well, there you have it. There's the new baby addition to the family. I am now a papa for the third time.
Dad, she has the same birthday.
What is she doing?
She's hungry again.
Oh, she's time for feeding. All right, so as promised, I wanted to show you the new addition to the family, and let's get back to the highway. Yeah. Okay, that's telling me to do a regen, so that's what I'm going to do right now. I'm in Golden right now, and I decided to order something while I was I haven't really treated myself to any real meal lately, and I just thought I'm going to stop at the fire. I called ahead of time to the fire pit, and I says, I placed an order. So, they probably have it ready right now. Parts regen conditions not met. Why? What's the problem? Now I can't do it? You gotta be kidding me. So I'm hoping I can, it's pretty expensive too. It's like $18 for a meal. So I'm gonna go in there and check it, and hopefully it's good. And if it is good, I'll buy it. $3.45. All right. Got my munchies, got my food. Some good weight to this. Let me show you this. Look at that. Woo! Nice baked potato, sour cream, some veggies here, and look at this meatloaf. It's got onions on it, barbecue sauce, and smoked. This is a good meal for 18 bucks. So instead of being a jerk and eating in front of you, I'm gonna go eat right now. Thank the Lord for this, because it's a blessing. Gave me lots of napkins. Ooh, even some butter. I guess the butter is for the potato. Awesome. Okay, gonna go eat. Okay. Regenning is done. An hour later, when I had a chance, decided to use my noggin and do it while I was eating. So I didn't waste any real valuable time, which is good. So I got another 3 hours to go before I get to my destination. Alrighty, I made it to Calgary. I just gotta find out where this place is. Ooh, you know what? I think there's a Tim Hortons up on the corner up here. I'd love to have a coffee right now. I like to drink decaf. Not a caffeine drinker. I don't even notice the difference anymore between decaf and caffeinated. I don't know any difference. I can't tell the difference. I don't know any difference. Yeah. So I'm a little delirious right now. Yeah, I'm just a little bit delirious. I don't know how many straight hours that is. 10 and a half, 11 hours driving. Now I gotta find this place to see where it is. I'll know when I've found it, because the Cisco is right across the street, evidently. I don't think that's the place. That says Husky Oil over there. Man, I hate the way these containers make these noises. It always makes your skin crawl. Because there's only 4 latches holding those things on to the chassis, and I'm always worried it's going to fall off. Okay, that ain't it. That's 4666. Cisco is across the street. I found what I'm looking for. There. No, that's 4760. Gotta go a little further. I'll tell you one thing right now, if you're thinking about getting into this industry and you drive from Vancouver all the way to Calgary and you're in good spirits and you have lots of energy, that's a good sign. There we go. There's 888. That's the one I want. Spectrum, there we go. And there's some of our containers over there. So I found the right place. And my delivery is at 9 a.m. I can't tell you how badly I want to drop this trailer just so I can go get a coffee over there. I wonder if the Tim Hortons is just up on the corner. Alright, I'm going to do a post trib on this sucker. I need my hammer. And my trusty light. And don't worry, I would never wear this on a date. Okay, so what I do normally here is I just check all my tires, make sure they are all still inflated. I like to check my landing gear, make sure they're up, and then I go back here and I will check there to make sure my kingpin is still locked into place. You'd be surprised, some of those bumps I went over, man, they can be pretty nasty. The gen set isn't being used, so I don't have to check that. And I just do a visual to make sure everything is all right. Everything seems to look okie dokie. And I had, who was it? Thirsty Soul. He said he wanted to see what the truck looked like. Well, Thirsty Soul, This is it. It's filthy. Not much to look at. Not much to look at all. It's pretty dirty right now. Make sure all my lines are all hooked up properly. Make sure there's nothing hanging off. No dead animals hanging off the side of it. Mud flaps still connected. That's a good thing. That tire is a little bald. Not quite, but it's getting there. And again, check this side. I didn't check the other mud flap, but I can clearly see it's not falling off. Stars are out. Gonna get some sunshine tomorrow. Hey, it's -6. There's your weather report. You're probably wondering, do you ever thump your front tires? No. You don't need to thump the front tires, because if you can't figure out that they're flat, you're an idiot. The reason why we thump the back ones, because they all have duals on them. And if one's flat, you may not know it because the other one might be holding the weight. I think that makes sense. So there we have it. That's your basic. Our pre-trip is usually a lot more. I will check the fluids under the hood, and I'll run you through that the next time I do or pre-trip rather. I'll do that on the next pre-trip I do on my other trailer. I'll show you what I'm talking about. You go over the entire trailer, or yeah, when I pick up my next trailer, go over the whole trailer. And actually, you know what? No, please, I'm correcting myself here. First thing in the morning when you start your day, you're supposed to check all your fluids with your truck and your trailer. So I won't be checking that until the morning. Okay, so, it's a bit chilly. So I can turn off my trusty light. Now, there. Total geek with that thing on. Wow. All right, well, let's take a walk over to Timmy's and get ourselves a coffee. Well, it's not too bad out here. It's not nearly as bad as it was, like I said the other day. I was sitting over at that Costco, man. I couldn't believe how cold that was. It was incredible. It was freezing. It was cold. That figures. Yeah, come around the corner a little faster, pal. Yeah. I seen that sign too. Indianapolis 500 right there. Yeah, so what else can I tell you? Well, the trip was good. I enjoyed it. I didn't have too many problems except having to regen 3 times in the last 24 hours, which I'm hoping they will rectify that problem tomorrow afternoon. Or not tomorrow afternoon, Tuesday morning. So I get to spend more of my time wasted again. I get to go to pick up my load here, take it to Salmon Arms, sit there for a half a day, and then have to sit again for another half a day while they fix the problem. And I hope that's the end of it, because I'm getting, the last couple weeks, I've been sitting around a lot, breakdowns, and these Volvos are just such a pain in the butt. I don't know, other drivers out there, do all these other trucks have the same problems, or is it just Volvo? And that's a 2014 too. That truck's a year old, and it's giving me that many problems. It's outrageous. This is the way I like it. Not a car in sight. Not a car anywhere. And I hope you guys enjoy the idea of me being a little bit more interactive like this, that you're not just getting shots of me inside the truck or viewing the road all the time. You guys have seen enough of that. I think what you want to see is what I do, and before I load and after I load, and the issues, the problems that take place, and I probably won't run this thing when I go into Tim's because that might not make people feel good if they got a camera in their face. But yeah, big difference. You go into BC and all of a sudden it's warm. You come out here, it's cold. No, I'm not being weird. I'm just washing my face. Trying to wake myself up a little bit here. Okay, we're ready for the world again. I just did a paper towel in there, that's all I did. Well, everyone, that's all I got for you tonight. I'm going to pack it in and relax, and I'll see you all in the morning. Good morning, everyone. Well, it is just after 8 o'clock, about 20 minutes after 8 o'clock, Calgary time. And it's kind of funny, I woke up to an alert on my phone, weather alert. It says Calgary's going to get a snowstorm. Isn't that nice? And it's starting to get really windy. And the snow is starting. I don't know how bad it's going to get. Hopefully, we can get a load out of here soon. We can get out of Alberta before it gets really bad. I don't know how bad it's going to get. So right now I'm backed. I was supposed to deliver at 9 a.m., but the guy came and banged on my door and said that they had a cancellation or something, and I was able to get in here. So this is one of the reasons why I like to show up early and wait around, because you just never know when there's a cancellation, and you can get your load, offloaded before, sooner sometimes. Sometimes it works out that way. Okay, I'm all done here. And I just heard word from my dispatch that my load may not be here until 1 o'clock. And it's 9:45 now. So just under a little over 3 hours and 15 minutes I gotta wait now for a load. I'm not happy with that. I don't like the idea of waiting, but what can you do? Nothing I can do about it. It's very, very disappointing. It's very frustrating. Very frustrating. So now I got to figure out what I'm going to do for 3 hours. Notice there's a Subway over here too. Now opening. Oh, grand opening. Okay, so they're open, I hope. Maybe they have maybe I can get myself a 5 or 6 inch or even a foot long egg salad. That'll be a nice breakfast. At least it's got some protein in it or something like that. Okay, well, I'm going to head over and do what I need to do, and I'll see you shortly. while I'm waiting, I might as well get some fuel. I tell you, man, it's cold out there. Minus 22. My hands are freezing. I'm so cold, my hands are shaking. What was it? If it was just dry weather, you know, it'd be fine, but it's windy and it's probably much colder than what it says. I wouldn't be surprised if it's like, I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if it's like minus. Forget it. It's gotta be minus 30. It's so cold. Just wearing those gloves and trying to fuel up, man. Wow. But I figured, you know what? I'll do it now, so I don't have to deal with it later. Oh my gosh. Just hold on a second here. It even hurts to put the heat on it. Well, at least I found a Petropass that has DEF. This is like discovering, listen, look at me. It's like discovering a gold mine, because the only places I can really fill up with DEF, and my ears are freezing, is Kamloops and probably another place, but this, at least I know for sure this one has DEF, and it's not too far from the yard, which is really nice. So I'm okay with that. So I guess I'm just going to head back to the yard now. There's nothing else for me to do, and so just read some more of Job. Yeah, that's very miserable weather. I should have been wearing my balaclava, but it didn't help. My face wasn't that big of, it's not that big of a deal. It's my gloves, they're like a leather glove. And very, very cold. Cold. Finally on my way. It's 1:30 now. Calgary time should be in. Hopefully I'll be in Salmon Arm by 8 or 8:30. Well, we were supposed to get a snowstorm out here. It must be hitting Calgary in some areas, but right now it's sunny out, so it's kind of nice. So, it's supposed to be also snowing on Rogers Pass, apparently. I heard from another driver, so we'll find out soon enough what that's going to look like, right? Love Calgary roads, man. I love their roads. I guess they don't have much from road maintenance out here. weather, huh? Barely see anything. It's coming down pretty good here. Well, it's because of the wind. It's because it's so windy right now. That's why it's so hard to see. I'll be glad when this stuff's gone. Yeah, I can barely even see that truck in front of me. I don't know what it is. Whenever I have a container, red light every time, every scale. Even though my weight is legal, still get a red light. Every time I get these containers, I know I'm going to have to go into every scale. You don't get that with the trailers, though, just the containers. Oh well. That's life. Busy with somebody right now. No, maybe not. Let's see here. 5590. See, look at that. 15890. And my axles on the trailer. Okay. At least I know I'm legal. I didn't think I was all that heavy. I was making it up hills a little bit better, so I'm about 15, close to 16 on my drives, which is nice. Because usually I'm maxed right out of my drives. Oh, but maybe we'll make it through Rogers Pass before it gets dark. I hope so. I know I'm not going to make it to Salmon Arm before it gets dark. Got another 2 hours and 41 minutes to go. Well, we made it. We made it to Salmon Arm, and I'll tell you something, finding this place the second time around was a whole lot easier. As you can see, I'm just kind of settling in, relaxing for the night. I got my appointment at 8 o'clock in the morning. They're going to hopefully fix this thing because it needed another regen by the time I got here, so that's incredibly frustrating. But hopefully they'll get that fixed tomorrow. So yeah, so I'm just gonna kind of settle in and just kind of relax for the night. And that's all I'm really gonna say. I'm just gonna spend a little time with the Lord, and I'm gonna put up a After God's Own Heart video on something I learned today. I don't want to add it in this one because it'll just take too long to explain, so be sure to check that out. I'm sure you'll be blessed by it. So that's all I'm gonna say for tonight, and I'll see you guys in the morning. My pillow. Well, good morning, everyone. It's 7:12, and I'm trying to drop my trailer right now, but my airbags won't lower. You because I need to drop the trailer so I can take the truck over there and get it looked at. I can't drop my trailer right now because I can't lower the airbags and the landing gear doesn't go down far enough. So now I gotta look around and see if I can find some wood, which dunnage wood, where I can put underneath the landing gear or have it high enough up. And I'm gonna have to ask them too, you know, why is my airbags keep freezing on me? I can't lower them, especially in this kind of weather. So it probably won't cause me much of a problem the summertime, but right now it's an issue. And either that or I have to carry dunnage around everywhere with me. So I gotta look around the yard, see if I can find some. Well, I managed to get away from my container. I dropped it and parked in front of the diesel place here, just waiting for them to open up. So I'll probably go in there and let them know I'm here. And it's a really nice sunny day. It's a nice day for a walk. That's probably what I'm going to do. Go see a walk, say my morning prayers. Something that I really miss doing, especially on weekends. And it's kind of nice, this industry, you have an opportunity to say your morning prayers right at the crack of dawn, literally. And sometimes that's at 6 a.m. In some cases it could be 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. So yeah, it's a nice day today. So I'd like to go say my prayers. So hopefully I'm not sitting here too long, and I'll catch up with you guys soon, okay? Alrighty. They are done already, believe it or not. Yeah, it's not even 9 o'clock yet, and I guess all they did was they sent one of the guys out to change one of the injectors, the 7th injector, which they figure is giving me the problem that it's not sending the fuel into the chamber to burn the soot. And they're going to try that for a little while, they said. Hopefully it works. I hope it does. I hope I don't have to come back again. Because it's a pain in the butt having to... going out of my way and having to do this stuff all the time. But I do hope that's the problem and they fix it. So, I guess I'll just hook back up to my trailer. I think I know why my airbags aren't releasing when I'm trying to drop my trailer, and I think it's because there's got to be ice or the water is frozen, and I think there's moisture in one of my air tanks. So when I get back to Surrey Yard, I'm just going to drain all my air tanks, and hopefully if there's any moisture in there, it'll get rid of it and I'll be able to lower my bags again. So hopefully that'll be the resolve, that'll be the fix. So I took a really nice walk, and you know what? Remember the guy I was telling you about that let me use this bathroom? Well, I'm walking down the same road, and he flags me in there, and he says, "Hi, you want to come in for a coffee?" So I said, "Yeah, that'd be nice." So, one sec. The joys of not being able to lower your bags. Yeah, so anyway, so the guy invited me in for a coffee, and he made me a peanut butter and chili sandwich, which was really nice. And we talked about the Lord and we fellowshipped. It was really nice. So I don't think it was a mistake that God brought that man into my life. And God bringing me into his life, because he's out here. He rents a room on top of this place in an industrial section. There's not a whole lot around here. So we got to fellowship a little bit, which was really nice. So his name is Terrence. He's a really nice guy. And Terrence, if you're watching this video, it was really nice to meet you. And hopefully I get to see him again. So I thought that was really, really cool. So, all right, I'm going to hook up my trailer or my container and get out of here. really nice drive. It's been good. I tried listening to the book of Jeremiah. It's a good book. Jeremiah the prophet. And I don't know, for some reason there's certain times where you just feel like you need to just have silence. And sometimes you just feel like the Lord wants to show you something or reveal something to you. I haven't heard anything yet, but yeah. So I do have another load. I don't know if I told you this, but I do have another load waiting for me when I come back. Come on, brake. There we go. All right. I'm gonna get some more water. That's one thing I like to do, is I like to consume a lot of water. Oh boy, I am out of water after this bottle. That's not good. And the only place you really get a good deal on water, I reached up in my bunk earlier and I turned like this and I pinched something in my back. Oh man, did that ever hurt? So I had to sit down on my bunk and do some exercises. And I feel a little bit better, but man, I hope I don't feel that in the morning, tomorrow morning. That's going to be painful. I've had that happen to me before where I go, eat, I'm like, oh. And then the next day I couldn't get up. So I hope that doesn't happen. And there's one thing that I always do when I come here, as well as you guys know. I always throw a handful of nuts out for the crows and ravens. They are paranoid, aren't they? Look at this. Oh, we got one. There we go. There you go, guys. Yummy. They all take one nut. Some are greedy and take two. There. Oh, that one got three. Yeah, I love feeding the little crows and ravens. Brings me joy. Maybe that makes me simple. I don't know. Maybe it makes me simple-minded. Oh well, childlike heart is what I got. I like that. Okay, onward we go. Next stop, soft Gills brake check. Look at the tiny little crow up there. I don't know, can you guys see that? Up on the post? See the tiny little crow? I don't have the heart to leave without giving him something. He's a tiny little guy. Boy, he's small. I'm gonna see if I can throw him a few nuts. Here he is. Look at how tiny he is. He's just a little guy. Oh, they're small around here. All of them are small. I guess people aren't feeding them that well. That's from the Lord, you guys. Morons driving that fast down the hill like that, even if you're a four-wheeler. You got a truck pull out in front of you for whatever reason, you're never going to stop. I know I should be calling them morons.
love the way you hold me. By my side, each and every day, make it special in some way. I love the way you hold me. In your arms I'll always be. You take each and every day, make it special in some way. I love you more than the words in my brain can express. I can't imagine even loving you less. Lord, I love the way you hold me. Oh, 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 I love the way you hold me. Oh, oh, oh.
Yeah! I love the way you hold me, Lord. He's amazing. I just went through something really special. It's incredible. I just felt this tremendous attack on me. You wouldn't believe. And I'm just saying, I'm going to trust you, Lord. I'm going to trust you, Lord. Praise the Lord. And it lasted for about 15 or 20, actually it lasted for about an hour. And then all of a sudden I just felt this tremendous peace come over me. And I'm not afraid to admit this. Man, I just fell apart. Man, I was so filled with God's presence, man. My eyes were just spitting out water everywhere. And that's what you know what? I don't mind admitting when you let your emotions out for the Lord like that, it's awesome. What a cleansing that is. That's what it is. It's a cleansing. God's amazing. And I just got to remember that when I go through the trials, just got to praise Him and tell Him I trust Him. And just weather that little test, that little storm, and He'll get us through it, because He says He'll never give us anything we can't handle. Okay, I'm almost at the yard, and I'm going to get them to look at the signal, because it's still tick, 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 it's still going like crazy, so, and then I get to see whether or not this thing is going to tell me to regen when I get to the yard. I'm guessing it will. But I'm almost there. Find out soon enough.
I love you more than the words in my brain can express. I can't imagine even loving you less. Oh, I love the way you hold me. Oh, 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 oh. I love the way you hold me. Oh, 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 oh.
Well, we're back at the yard, and there was a bit of a change of plans. I was supposed to grab another load and head back out again. Unfortunately, there was 2 tires on the container that were illegal. I can't drive it like that. They were too bald. And the guy that dropped it off, he didn't do his job. He didn't do a pre-trip on it, obviously, when he grabbed it, and he didn't do a post-trip when he dropped it, because he just left. And the office was really upset at that. I don't blame any of this stuff on the office. I don't blame any of this stuff that happens with the truck on the office, because you know what? They do an excellent job in there. The owner is really nice. The owner's wife is really nice. All the staff, the dispatch, everyone is good in there. Everyone does their job. The maintenance guy, the guy head of maintenance, the mechanics, everyone does a good job here. And but these city guys, and they're going to get on their case. They weren't pleased with him, so he's probably going to get a talking to. So because he didn't do his job properly, I'm now sitting here tonight. I can't leave, because the only time they can get Cal Tire in here to change these tires, they're going to show up here tomorrow at 8 o'clock in the morning. That's the earliest they could do it. So, you know what? I don't mind. I don't mind that so much, because I really, really feel tired. I don't know. It's really weird. Remember I was telling you, and I was coming in here and I was singing the song, and something amazing happened. It's like it just drained the. I was going to say crap, I don't want to use that word. It drained everything out of me. It just totally drained me. It was weird. It was like, I'll tell you what happened. As I'm driving here, I started feeling lightheaded, and this is where it started at the Zopkios brake check. I started getting all these head rushes, and after I was making my way down the hill, I just felt like, it almost felt like I was being not squished, but just something tight around me, and it was really weird. It was like, and then my head started feeling lightheaded, and it's like, and you started, I mean, a long time ago, I used to suffer with panic attacks, like a long time ago. And I almost felt like one was coming on. I'm like, wow, this has not happened in a long time. What's going on here? And I felt like under a tremendous attack. And I was just, through the whole time, I was just going, I'm going to trust you, Lord. I love you. I trust you. I trust you. I trust you. Started reciting scripture that I've memorized. And then I just turned on some praise music. And I just felt like I was under a tremendous attack, like a real spiritual attack. And probably because of the revelation I had last night, what the Lord was showing me. And if you watch the video, After God's Own Heart, a wake-up call, you'll know what I'm talking about, because I felt like the Lord put it on my heart to read the book of Job and the book of Jonah, and I received two really incredible revelations out of listening to that on my audio Bible. And I just made a decree to the Lord. That's it. I'm not getting mad at you anymore. I'm not blaming you for anything anymore. I'm going to start treating you with the respect you deserve. And I'm just going to praise you and glorify you. I'm not making any more decisions in my life. I'm just going to leave everything in your hands. And I just felt liberated. It felt awesome. And then today it was almost like I was being put to a test. Not that the Lord was putting me to a test, but maybe he was allowing it, by the enemy giving me these negative thoughts and these wrenching, horrible feeling inside. And before, I would use that and get upset at God simply because things aren't going right. But instead, I turned it around and I just said, I trust you, Lord. You're going to get me through this. You'll never give me anything you can't handle, or you'll never give me anything I can't handle. And I just kept praising him and thanking him and saying, Lord, please help me get through this. Help me pass the test. Help me get through it. And then it was just like, maybe 10 minutes later, something overwhelming came over me, and I just felt this peace, this joy. The anxiety went away. Everything went away. And I was just, as you've seen, I was just turning the music up and singing along and having a great time. But that drained everything out of me. I was so tired. I only drove from Salmon Arm to here, and I felt like I drove all night. And I didn't even feel this tired when I drove to Calgary the other day, and that was like 12 and a half hours of driving. So I only drove 4.5 hours here, 5 hours, maybe, 4.5. And I was just bagged, and I'm tired now. I really feel like I received a healing from the Lord. I really feel like I felt a healing come over me, and a healing of my fears and everything else. So it's almost like I felt like he equipped me with a strength that I can use now. And I think that's just amazing. So I don't want to go into a long preaching thing here. You get enough of those on After God's Own Heart. But I just wanted to share that with you. So I won't be going out till tomorrow. About the truck. It didn't work. Whatever they fixed did not work. It still needed a regen when I got here. So I decided, fine. The mechanic or the head maintenance guy says, you know what? Whenever you get to Calgary, do a regen there. Whenever you get back to the yard, do a regen there. Unless you get the request for park regen and then you get a check engine light, that's when you have to pull over right away and do your regen. And if you don't get that, then you can do it. You can do it when you get to your destination. So Cal Tire shows up at 8 o'clock in the morning, and I'll be on my way. So what am I going to do for the rest of the night? Well, I'll tell you something. I'm so excited right now. Just to spend the time with the Lord. I just can't get over what happened. It's just amazing. Just amazing. So, I don't know. Being out here, I get Me TV, so I can watch a little bit of MASH. I like that show. Any of you guys like MASH? Yeah, so anyway, and look at this picture. It's like digital quality. Digital quality. But am I going to spend my time watching the TV? No. I'd much rather spend it with the Lord. What I'll probably do is I'm going to read my Boundaries book. I haven't read much of that lately. I'm going to read some of that, at least 1 or 2 chapters today. And because I want to learn some boundaries. I really need to establish boundaries in my life. And I know the Lord will help me with that. And I don't have an internet connection here, so, well, not this spot. I do in the corner of the yard, but I can't move it because I got a trailer hooked up to me right now, or a container. So I'm just going to spend the time with the Lord and then probably go to sleep early and get some rest because I feel like I've driven 15 hours. That's how tired I am right now. So that's all I got for you. And I'm going to end the video here because I don't want it to be a long-winded one. And I hope it wasn't too boring for you. I know there's a lot of talking in it. But you know what? Some trips are more exciting than the others. And I'm just thinking about when summer comes and I can get my barbecue and my lawn chair and sit out and find a really nice place where I can sit and set up my camera, and you'll get a nice view of the mountains behind me, and I'll be able to cook something on the barbecue. And that's what I'm looking forward to. And I wanted to mention something too. I spent a lot of time in Calgary. I spent a lot of time in Kamloops, a lot of time in Golden and Salmon Arm. And if any of you are out that way, once in a while I make it to Edmonton. I haven't yet though. Saskatoon, or should I say, we do make trips to Edmonton, but I haven't been there yet. And also Saskatoon, Kindersley, all these little areas. And it kind of inspired me when I had a chance to meet Cody. Cody, the next opportunity I have when I come into town, I want to get some little stickers made for my YouTube channel, and I'll get one to you, a bumper sticker or something. Wouldn't that be fun? Or a coffee mug or something. But if any of you people, any of my YouTubers are in those areas, and you know, I'd love to meet some of you guys. I really would. Go for a coffee, have a bite to eat or something. And if you're in the areas, I know Alberta Hermit, you're in Edmonton. If I ever make it out that way, I will post it on my Facebook. And if you're following it, if you're not, it's Life on the Road with Yeshua. Just search that in Facebook and you'll find it. Actually, the link is right on my YouTube channel on the front. And I'll update when I'm going to be in certain areas. And if any of you would like to get together and have a coffee or have something to eat or whatever, let me know. Because I'd love to meet some of you. I really would. And Cody, I'd like to meet up with you again too. Maybe we can go for lunch or something. On me, okay? So that's all I got for you right now. Blessed be the Lord. Praise be to God. This has been an incredible day for me. Very tiring, but a real... the other day I left you a video that said, I feel liberated. Well, I felt liberated because I had made some decisions in my life. But I feel liberated right now. I feel like there was a tremendous healing that happened. And I just praise God for that. And that's my testimony that God really does answer prayer. But He answers it in His way. He doesn't necessarily answer it in a way we expect Him to. He does it His own way. And a lot of the time He just wants us to be faithful to Him. And things will start to happen. And I seen evidence of that today, man. It was just incredible. I don't know about you guys. I'm not going to go in on this. But when you are feeling anxiety, depression, all that stuff, and it's all hitting you and you're feeling lightheaded and dizzy, and then it just goes like the flick of a switch. I'm not kidding you. It didn't fade off. It just disappeared. It's like something, I don't know, it's really weird. It was like instant. It wasn't instant as I said, okay, Lord, can you take it away? I just praised Him through it. Please get me through it. Get me through this, Lord. And then wham, like about 10 minutes after, it just, all of it gone. And I was totally at peace. And I was, like I said, emotional. I couldn't believe it. I was like, wow, I really feel the presence of the Lord right now. This is amazing. So anyway, I'm really excited about it. You can see that. And I'm really excited to see I can see what He's doing right now in my life. And it's awesome. It's incredible. And normally I get a little depressed having to sit at the yard here in the Lower Mainland. But right now, I get to spend it with the Lord. So I'm happy. Okay, that's all I got for you. God bless all of you in the name of Yeshua. And thanks again for viewing. And I'll catch up with you guys real soon. Okay, bye for now.